Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in cartology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in Ensaymada Baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo and chismis, we really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Giga-Power. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika.
Para more ang saya.
Get giga-powered na day!
My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Giga Power. Simple, smart code.
Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
Hi, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the bench loves it. Oh my God!
1 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Win.
Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in cartology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in Ensaymada Baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo and chismis, we really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Giga-Power. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika.
Para more ang saya.
Get giga-powered na day!
My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Giga Power. Simple, smart code.
Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
Hi, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the bench loves it. Oh my God!
1 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Win.
Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in cartology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in Ensaymada Baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo and chismis. We really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Giga-Power. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chica to chica.
Para more ang saya.
Get giga-powered na day!
My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Giga Power. Simple, smart code.
Welcome to the San Jose del Monte City Sports Complex in San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. We've got the second game in our triple header today at Filbasket Summer Championship 2022 presented by Pure Gold, and it's a good one. The 1-1 AMA Online Education Titans against the Tanduay Rum Masters, who are 1-0. Irvin Mendoza and Mr. Parcero himself are definitely going to face a stiff challenge of Cedrick Ablaza and Jexter Apinan, one of the top players of Tanduay. Luke Parcero will need to definitely be at his best. Bob Guerrero here with Javi Palanya. Glad you could join us here on Kumu, YouTube, and Facebook as well. And of course, Javi, Tanduay favored, but you can bet that Ama is going to put up a good fight today.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, Tanduay is definitely the favorite in this game. AMA will have their hands full going up against a more veteran squad. We know that AMA is a school-based team, but they will have to be competitive in order for them to get even a chance in this game.
That is correct, and we want to say hello to the third member of our panel, of course, Nadia Mirabales. She'll be doing courtside duties. And let's take a look at AMA Online Education.
Of course, AMA lost to San Juan Knights in their last game after winning their first match against the ICC Blue Hawks 76-105. That was a game that they kept in step with during the first quarter, but after that, San Juan flipped the switch in the second quarter and never looked back, and it was really just all San Juan from then on.
And Tanduay, a veteran side here in Filbasket Summer Championship 2022. They stunned, and we gotta say it again, stunned Nueva Ecija in that opening game.
This was a very exciting game. 86-82, Nueva Ecija won that match. It could have been the preview of our championship matchup in this tournament, but both teams, it went back and forth during that game, and both teams held double-digit advantages at some points of the game. But during the end game, Tanduay was the one who was more poised and went up and wound up with the victory.
Cedrick Ablaza, will he have a big afternoon today? AMA Online Education against Tanduay Rum Masters, coming your way here on Filbasket Summer Championship presented by Pure Gold. We'll turn you over now to our venue announcer.
Magandang hapon mga ka-Filbasket! We are live here at the city of San Jose del Monte Sports Complex in Bulacan for the continuation of the 2022 Filbasket Summer Championship presented by Pure Gold. It's the second game of our triple header featuring AMA Online Education squaring off against the Tanduay Rum Masters. Let's meet the starters first for your AMA Online Education. At point guard, number 8, Eris Romero. At shooting guard, number 88, JC Yambao. At center, number 10, Nikon Alina. At power forward, number 24, Irvin Mendoza. And at small forward, number 41, Luke Parcero. Their head coach is Mark Herrera. And now the starting five for your Tanduay Rum Masters. At point guard, number 10, Rudy Linganay. At shooting guard, number 45, Chong Valoria. At center, number 24, Mark Cruz. And small forward number 18, Ralph Olivares. And at power forward number 43, Jexter Apinan. Their head coach is Cholo Villanueva. Our game officials, crew chief, Cedrick Ablaza, referee 1, John Santiago, and referee 2, Seb Pico.
Veteran starting lineup here for Tanduay, Apinan, Cruz, Rudy Linganay, Jong Baloria, Ralph Olivares. That's Mark Cruz. That's not the Ant-Man Mark Cruz. That's the bigger Mark Cruz. Parcero Mendoza, Alina Romero, and Yam Bao. Starting off for Mark Herrera. And the coach, of course, of Tanduay is none other than the very cerebral former De La Salle Green Archer in Cholo Villanueva. Tanduay in red and AMA Online Education in white with red trim. This is Rudy Linganay, straight to Jexter Apinan, who muscles his way to a shot, but it's no good.
And Tanduay wasting no time in throwing the ball inside. Unfortunately, a point-blank miss there by Jexter Apinan against the 2-3 zone of AMA Online Education.
Baloria with the steal, and he's gonna go all the way for our opening basket.
And that's simply what Tanduay has to do in this game. Establish their dominance early on. Do not let AMA get any chances in this game. Although, alam nila, I know that it's at the back of their heads that AMA is a weaker team, but they should treat this as a game that's also important in this tournament.
Interesting to see their Tanduay pressing, full court press right away. They want to rattle this younger side. Linganay, Baloria, corner 3, off target. And Yambao shoots and misses. Linganay pushes. Baloria inside. And it's no good there from Ralph Olivares. But Mark Cruz is there para maglikpit.
Nobody from AMA boxing out Mark Cruz, who was streaking down court for that offensive rebound after that missed shot by Ralph Olivares. Si Yambao and itong si number 8 from AMA not able to box out on that play.
That would be Romero, number 8, Aries Romero. 5-0. AMA still searching for their first points as they just about cross the halfway line in 8 seconds. Luke Parcero, and the shot from Nikon Alina is down, and it's a triple, and AMA pulled to within 2.
Nikon Alina having 3 points already in this game to eclipse his total from their last match. Thrust once again into the starting lineup as Jong Baloria attempts another triple from the left corner.
Meanwhile, we'll turn you over to our courtside reporter. Actually, we'll get to Nadia Mirabales later, as Luke, rather, it is Aries Romero who is knocked down. Another three-pointer, and suddenly AMA are in the lead.
2 straight three-pointers by the white shirts in this game to counter that 5-0 run that the Rum Masters had.
Linganay for 3. Way too strong.
And the Rum Masters suddenly shooting blanks in their last 2 offensive possessions.
Long 2 from Luke Parcero.
Now, this is something that I was pointing out at the top of our coverage. Tanduay should not let AMA have any chances and feel any confidence that they could be able to win this game.
And there's a big block from the big fellow, Nikon Alina.
Well, early on, these kids are giving the vets a run for their money. Look at that again. Mark Cruz. Great effort there by Alina.
Apinan with the spin move. Ayaw ibigay. Romero. He's got Yambao to his left. Romero, long 3. Not this time. Juneric Baloria. Olivares. Baloria into the paint. And possession will revert to AMA.
Well, so far that zone defense working wonders for the white shirts early on in this match, forcing the Rum Masters into tough shots inside the paint.
Just want to remind everyone that Filbasket is brought to you by Celium Fiber, manufactured by Leone Agriculture Corporation. And this is Jexter Apinan getting tangled up there with Luke Parcero. And there's nothing Parcero can do to stop that basket. And Tanduay get to within one.
And this is definitely the brand of basketball that Coach Cholo Villanueva brings to every team that he coaches. Of course, coming from Coach Franz Mamaren of the De La Salle Green Archers, they like to press a lot, force those turnovers, and score on easy baskets, as Jexter Apinan does on that fast break opportunity, getting an end one play.
Yeah, you were mentioning that Cholo Villanueva is coached at this level. As we see Jexter Apinan slice into the middle of the paint. And this instant replay of the game is brought to you by Smart. Simple, Smart ako. Villanueva coached Makati Super Crunch. That's where I really had an exposure to him. He won 2 triple overtime games as the coach of Makati Super Crunch. I remember that. Meanwhile, let's turn you over now to Nadia Mirabales.
Thank you, Bob. Nakausap nga natin si Coach Mark. Sobrang disappointed daw ang kanyang players. Pero ang mahalaga, nakikita naman daw niya na unti-unting nade-develop ang maturity ng team niya. Pinag-aralan nga daw nila ang laro ng Tanduay at ready naman daw sila dahil na-practice nila ang kinakailangan na depensa at opensa kontra Tanduay. Back to you, Bob and Javi.
Thank you so much, Nadia. And there's Mark Herrera, who's been the coach at them for quite a long time, we've been told. As Reed Bucklig has lost the handle on that, and Jong Baloria is going to make him pay. 12-8 now. It's a bit of a run here for Tanduay.
After that run by AMA, those 2 straight 3-pointers and a 2-pointer by Luke Parcero, Tanduay going on a 4-0 run of its own.
Step back, long 2 from Luke Parcero, and he gets it to rattle in.
Efficient start here for Luke Parcero compared to what he had against the San Juan Knights. He had 36 points against ICC in that opening game of our tournament, but only 10 points against the Knights in their last match.
Apinan, Alina, hard defense on him. And Mark Cruz will knock that one in. 14-10 the lead now for Tanduay.
That's a problem when you have a zone defense. No, you're guarding specific spots on the floor, and it's hard for you to box out the players because it requires a lot of communication for you to be able to mark the players and box them out to go for those rebounds.
And Parcero there has turned over the ball. I think that's a violation. Just want to remind everyone, one of our sponsors, Manila Kingpin, will open their first branch in Cebu. Manila Kingpin Cebu. So if you're in the Queen City, do check them out. Linganay, Olivares, too long. Alvin Fuentes, Alina in the backcourt. Reed Bucklig, siya ang magtitimo ng play na ito. 11 to shoot. And he's going to take matters into his own hands. And he gets hacked. And they have 6 seconds now to get a shot off.
Reed Bucklig, scoring point guard here for Coach Mark Herrera. He likes to put the ball on the floor and get those inside incursions. But it will be tough in this match against a very tall Tanduay Rum Masters front line. As he shoots from the outside.
Clean, nothing but net there from Reed Bucklig. And AMA are back to within a point of the heavily favored Tanduay Rum Masters.
Bucklig had 7 points in their last match, but had 8 also nung game nila against ICC. As we see here, this 3-pointer, not really known for his outside shot so far in this tournament, but showing his wares in this game.
As Apinan has shot that one, that'll technically go in as an air ball. And it's inbound for AMA. Bucklig pushing the play. Luke Parcero! And once again, AMA Online Education are back in the lead after another long two from Luke Parcero.
And we saw on your screens earlier, 3 out of 5 from long distance for AMA compared to 0 out of 6 for the Rum Masters, as Cedrick Ablaza is able to knock down their first shot from Rainbow Country.
17-15. Sagot agad mula kay Cedrick Ablaza, and Baklig has his pocket picked, and it's Jexter Apinan who strolls in to make it 19-15 just like that.
That's already the second steal of the ball game for Jexter Apinan. He had 3 against the Nueva Ecija Capitals.
Just a reminder that Wilson is the official game ball of the Filbasket Summer Championship 2022. And there is Reed Baklig getting painted into a corner, and Jexter Apinan makes him pay.
Apinan already with 7 points in this match.
J.R. De La Rosa. And that is swung outside for Romero, who misses. And there's a 3-point opportunity from Villanueva, who's just checked in. Olivares. And Jexter Apinan is true from beyond the arc, and it's 22-15, and it's a quick 7-0 run. It's 8-0 run mula sa Tanduay Rum Masters.
Already double digits for Apinan in this game. 10 points sa ating laro, but Romero rather, is able to pick the pocket of John Ray Villanueva, but Tanduay gets the rebound right away.
Almost, that would have been a badly needed basket. De La Virgen, MJ De La Virgen misses. Apinan, the rebound and the finish, 24-15. And they've picked up the possession again as AMA are getting a bit careless with the ball.
Second chance points and turnovers really giving life to the Tanduay Rum Masters towards the latter part of this first quarter.
There you go, the veterans for Tanduay coming to the fore.
Jexter Apinan, 15 points, 10 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 blocks, stuffing the stat sheet. As well as John Ray Villanueva, 10 points, 2 out of 3 from 3-point country to go with 7 rebounds and 3 dimes. Amply supporting itong former Pasig Santa Lucia Realtor teammate nila na si Cedrick Ablaza, who exploded for 31 points in that game against the Nueva Ecija Capitals.
Jexter Apinan, 35 years young, out of Rojas City, Capiz. Played his collegiate basketball for the Jose Rizal University. And here is Luke Parcero. The shake and bake, it's no good. Because we're into the last minute of the first quarter. JP Asuncion is checked in for Cholo Villanueva. As has that main man there, Cedrick Ablaza. And there's a long two that's been knocked down there by JC Asuncion.
So far Tanduay finding their stroke from the outside after that first make by Cedrick Ablaza. And AMA has to be careful here if they want to stay in the game. They've already been dominating the other facets of our match, as we see JC Asuncion knock down that triple from the left wing.
Luke Parcero. Parcero has that one rejected emphatically by Cedrick Ablaza. 4.3 seconds on the shot clock para sa AMA.
That interior defense holding up on that play for the Rum Masters. They had 10 blocks in that game against the Capitals.
13 unanswered points now. And this is Ablaza. And beautiful team basketball as Villanueva lays it in. Unselfish stuff from Tanduay. It's 15 straight points now as De La Rosa hands off to Maverick Pineda. But there is contact.
That's already the 13th fast break point for Tanduay against the 9th turnover for AMA. And we are just in our first period, Bob.
King Importante there called for the foul. De La Rosa. And the follow-up is good from Joshua Villamor. And is that going to count? The refs say no.
From our angle.
The initial call is no. And the quarter will end with Tanduay leading 29-17. Here's Jexter Epinan barreling through the paint. He's had a superb game and a long two here from Luke Parcero. Both teams feeling it from Rainbow Country. Second quarter coming up after this.
Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
Mike, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the rim.
Start of the second quarter here, AMA against Tanduay. As Reed Baklig has forked over the ball once again. King Importante finds De La Rosa in the corner. Ablaza will go to the line.
Heads up play there by Cedrick Ablaza, catching the ball in midair. He could have put the ball down, but seeing that there was contact to be made an attempt at the basket, and now he is trooping to our charity stripe for 2 shots.
Cedrick Ablaza, what a player. He played in Makati Super Crunch under Cholo. 31 points for Tanduay the other day, and he is on 5 for 9 from 3-point land. He's from this area, Balagtas, Bulacan, so he's definitely very comfortable in this fine province.
Hometown hero para dito sa Tanduay Rum Masters, and his family is here to watch him play, coming home from New York.
Wow!
I saw his parang buong side yata ng wife niya has been here. Flew in from New York.
Mga Knicks fans sigurado yan, I would imagine. I'm just assuming Balagtas is somewhat near here. Alam ko medyo malaking probinsya kasi yung Bulacan eh. Baka malayo pala, no? I gotta check my Google Maps when I get home. King Importante fakes the shot and instead lays off to Cedrick Ablaza, who makes quick work of that. 33-17. Ganito din yung nangyari nung first game. Sa second quarter, lumayo kanina ang Nueva Ecija kontra sa ICC. We could be seeing it here. Earl Ceniza. Pineda is gonna go to the line and get the basket.
And King Importante and JC Asuncion telling each other na, pare, late ka. There was no help there, or a tad bit too late on that help was King Importante. JC Asuncion making King Importante let him know that that was the case.
Maverick Pineda will miss the and one. At nice lang namin ipaalala sa inyo that our prize money sponsor is brought to you by eMedisure Pharmacy. Sila ang magbibigay ng 1 million pesos para sa Winning Ball Club dito sa Filbasket Summer Championship 2022 presented by Pure Gold.
And Cedrick Ablaza, another chance for 2 shots here at the 15-foot parallel, getting very aggressive here in the early goings of our match.
30 years old is Cedrick Ablaza, experienced but still has a lot of wear left on those tires.
6 points now in the game for Cedrick Ablaza. Let's see if he can duplicate that 31-point effort.
I want to say thank you to Cantigo Scoreboard Multi-Sport Scoring Solutions. They're handling our scoring at the moment. And we'd like to turn you over now to our courtside reporter, Nadia Miravales.
Thank you, Bob. Nakakwentuhan ko kanina si Coach Cholo. During my conversation with him, nabanggit nga niya na kahit maganda yung pinakita nila last game, he is confident na they can do more, lalo na sa laro ngayon. Dahil sabi niya, hindi pa nga nila masasabi na na-pick up na nga nila yung rhythm nila. Sa first game nga daw, kahit na most points daw nang galing sa Nueva Ecija, they did not give up until the end. Back to you, Bob and Javi.
Thank you so much. And there's a good look at Cholo Villanueva. When he was with De La Salle, he was one of those, you know, guys just with hoops IQ off the chart. Didn't have a very long pro career, but it was always apparent from the very beginning that he was going to get into coaching. And right now, he's leading this very strong team to victory. It seems, judging by the scoreline. But Luke Parcero will have something to say about that.
Luke Parcero really bleeding for his points after those 2 jumpers that he had in the first quarter, getting that Ed1 opportunity.
That move of the game is presented to you by Pure Gold.
And Bob, going back to Coach Cholo Villanueva, he actually is a very distant relative of mine. I remember even having a picture with him. I would have to look at that picture once again. Hanapin ko nga ulit yun sa mga files ko.
I see the resemblance. I'd like to see you coach one of the teams and see if there's some, you know, something there in the coaching tree.
I think I'm rather comfortable here in the broadcast booth, Bob.
the Palanya Villanueva coaching tree. 36-23 is Nikon Alina has picked up a basket here. At you know what? AMA are not rolling over. It's only 13 points.
That's right. They're actually lucky to be down by just 13. But because Tanduay has seemingly got their rhythm from the offensive end. But right now, AMA forcing another stop here. Let's see if they can string together a run of baskets to be able to trim this deficit. Alina is short on that floater.
7:25 to go in the second quarter.
And look at that, fast break points, 13-2. Lamang ang Tanduay Rum Masters.
Parcero, 3-pointer. Count that one. And AMA have pulled to within 10, 36-26.
Parcero is definitely feeling it. 11 points now, breaking the double-digit barrier para sa kanyang koponan.
And breaking his output from the last game.
That's right.
And all of a sudden, Tanduay have cooled down here on the offensive end.
Yeah, especially from 3-point distance, no? That zone really holding up here for the White Shirts and making a game out of it.
Sorry, miss there from Earl Saniza. MJ De La Virgen. Ablaza's gonna try his luck and he will knock it down. 39-26 is our score.
First make from downtown, but Seniza spinning away from Ablaza on that fast break opportunity. Rare transition basket for AMA in this game.
11-point lead, Ablaza. And it's fed inside to Ambolonto.
AMA defense putting all of their attention on the perimeter players and forgetting about King Ambuluto on that baseline. Good pass there by De La Virgen.
Ambuluto from St. Clair and also from Lambayog Sultan Kudarat. Nikon Alina has joined the three-point party.
That's 8 points now in the game for Nikon Alina. Didn't really contribute much from last game and really right now helping his squad keep in step with the Tanduay Rum Masters. Ablaza getting the offensive rebound, gets his own miss, but AMA ends up with the basketball, and De La Rosa, might have gotten away with an offensive foul there.
Exactly what I was thinking. May konting hawi pero hindi tinawag ng ref. 41-38. AMA are within single digits.
And this is a different story from that game against the San Juan Knights, because this is exactly the point of the game where San Juan was able to pull away and build a 20-point lead.
And there's going to be 3 free throws coming up here as Parcero has fouled Villanueva.
Now that is something that will kill the momentum of runs like this for AMA. If you commit those ticky-tacky fouls, especially if you foul a jump shooter from three-point country. That is a mortal sin in the game of basketball.
Irvin Mendoza's checked back into the game. John Ray Villanueva. You don't want to foul a good free throw shooter. Filbasket is brought to you by Celium Fiber, manufactured by Leone Agriculture Corporation.
Now we've seen other players from AMA deliver, but the missing link so far here in the offensive production of the White Shirts has been Irvin Mendoza, who played splendid in their last game against San Juan. He had 16 points and was very efficient from three-point country, 4 out of 6. Pero in this game, wala pa siyang nasuscore. So let's see if he can turn things around here in the second quarter.
John Ray Villanueva goes 3 for 3, and he's restored the double-digit lead. And it's a stifling press from Tanduay. But it's Alina who's going to go for a three-pointer, and he's going to knock it down. And Nikon Alina is a revelation today, Tavi.
Nikon Alina, that's already his third three-pointer of the game, and AMA really using the outside shot to keep in step with Tanduay.
Ambuluto, a wild attempt at the basket. De La Rosa, Alina. The shot is no good. Fast break opportunity for MJ De La Virgen. Ends up back to him, and Cedrick Ablaza, he likes this spot, but not at that opportunity. It's no good. 14 seconds for Tanduay.
Oh. That was such an unlucky opportunity there para sa AMA. I believe they were the ones who tipped that basket inside.
46-36. I'd love to see a replay of that one. We will have more action from the second quarter after these. Welcome back to the Filbasket Summer Championship, and Luke Parcero. It's been a tale of two different games here for him.
Yeah, Luke Parcero, as you see on your screens, 36-point explosion against the ICC Blue Hawks, 12 out of 19 from the field. But against the San Juan Knights, really cooled down, and every opportunity that he got the basketball, there was help defense and clamping down on him in that match.
And Irvin Mendoza knocks down a three-pointer, and this AMA online education team refuses to go away.
That's a 7-3 of AMA in this game. 7 out of 12, very efficient from downtown. And it seems these kids are rattling the veterans. De La Rosa, another transition opportunity. And Alina scores another basket for Coach Mark Herrera.
And just like that, it's a two-possession game with 2 minutes and 53 left in this second quarter. And Tanduay does not know what's hit them, it seems. Another chance for AMA to pull closer. Wilson is the official game ball of the Filbasket Summer Championship for 2022.
Now, Coach Cholo Villanueva has adjusted his front line here, putting in Don Ochea and itong si King Ambuludto to guard Nico Alina and Irvin Mendoza. But right now, Ablaza is the one on him.
That's a misfire from De La Rosa. Cedrick Ablaza, the veterans have to settle this team down. Ambuludto. Three-pointer is no good from Joshua Gonzalez. But Cedrick Ablaza will pick up the basket. At medyo na ibalik nila ng konti ang cushion. Nico Alina, parking lot 3. Perhaps not his best shot.
Heat check right there for Alina.
We'd like to thank Cantigo Scoreboard, multi-sport scoring solutions for their support in Filbasket.
Gonzalez's three-point attempt on the previous offensive possession nitong Tanduay was the 20th from downtown para dito sa red shirts.
Ablaza. Gonzalez! He felt that one.
Didn't make the one from the opposite wing, but right now making the second attempt from the right side.
Here's De La Rosa. Irvin Mendoza straight to the floor. And fast break now for Tanduay. Ambuludto muscling his way to the putback. And just want to remind everyone, our prize money sponsor is eMedisure Pharmacy. They will be providing the 1 million peso first prize for the winning team. And that is no good. Tanduay now 12 up. They've weathered this storm. Gonzalez inside, and that is gonna count. And this fellow is gonna go to the line. Don Ochea, former Adamson Falcon. That's the pure gold move of the game.
Great recognition there by Gonzalez. Another high-low play for the Tanduay Rum Masters. We've seen a number of those in this first half. And lagi nakakalimutan ng depensa ng AMA, yung baseline.
And the lead has ballooned to 15. It was just 5 a few minutes ago.
A need here to settle down for the white shirts, but another three-point shot being launched here. Cedrick Ablaza collars the rebound.
Gonzalez. Ablaza. The reverse is no good, and the second chance point is going to go down for Darwin Lunor, the former Basilan Peace Rider. 2 seconds. He's not aware of it, and that'll be it for your first half. This very dogged AMA online education team really played it close to Tanduay, but there's a finishing kick here in the second quarter as we see this pure gold move of the game. And Tanduay now leading 58-41 as we go into halftime here at the Filbasket 2002 Summer Championship presented by Pure Gold.
Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in ensaymada baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo and chismis, we really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Giga Power. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika.
Para more ang saya.
Get giga-powered na, day!
My apologies. Download the Giga Life app and choose Giga Power. Simple, smart code.
And welcome back to the San Jose del Monte City Sports Complex for Filbasket 2022 Summer Championship presented by Pure Gold. Bob Guerrero on the call with Javi Palanya. After 20 minutes, the Tanduay Rum Masters have a 17-point lead over the AMA Online Education Titans. And there were a few moments when it really looked like Tanduay was going to run away with this game, didn't they?
Yeah, but Jexter Apinan and with the entry of Cedrick Ablaza turned the tide around in that second quarter. But AMA just wouldn't go away and was able to string together a number of baskets led by Nico Alina, who has been scorching from downtown, 3 out of 4 from that area, and that has been why AMA was able to keep in step with Tanduay throughout that second quarter. But right now, Tanduay up by 17 points courtesy of that blistering run that they had to close out the first half. First quarter stats here on your screen, 47% compared to just 42 for Tanduay, but that is because there have been a lot of second chance opportunities by Tanduay that the AMA has been giving up. 3-point field goal story, 7 out of 16 compared to 5 out of 22. That has been the saving grace for AMA in this game. And look at that rebounding advantage for Tanduay, 32 to 19, minus 13 on the boards itong AMA, and points off turnovers ganun din. 12 already for Tanduay compared to 0 for AMA.
It's a similar story that we saw in the first game where the younger team really struggling with handling the ball. Nikon Alina, what a half for him as he's relegated Luke Parcero to the second best scorer of his team. And Jexter Apinan and Cedrick Ablaza, no surprises there. They're on top of that scoring chart along with Cedrick Ablaza. You gotta say, Cholo Villanueva wants to see Tanduay really just put the game away in this third quarter.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you wait. Tanduay had took a long time in that dugout.
And John Ray Villanueva misses, and offensive rebound stats there, getting pumped up. But it's Mark Cruz with the finish. And just like that, it's an 19-point advantage as here is Reed Baklig.
15 offensive rebounds already for the Tanduay Rum Masters.
Baklig, hands off. De La Rosa gets the shooter's bounce.
AMA has had a number of those lucky bounces to trickle in for them in this game. But again, they have to do it also on the defensive end. Finish those defensive possessions with a defensive rebound.
Linganay, Baloria, clear 3, but it's too strong. Control out the lead from Apinan.
Another offensive rebound for Tanduay, just not helping the cause for Mark Herrera and his charges.
And there's a 3-pointer.
Olivares scores his first 3 points of the match, and the lead has now ballooned to 20.
63-43. And let's hear from Nadia Mirabales.
Thank you, Bob. Nakausap natin si Coach Mark Herrera during the halftime. Sabi niya kahit pagod na ang kanilang big man na si Nikon Alina, kitang-kita na humahabol at lumalaban pa rin sila. Ang pagkakamali lang daw nila nung first half ay nung 5 points na lang ang lamang ng Tanduay, naging lax daw sila. Kaya ang daming 3 points na nakalusot sa kanila galing sa Tanduay. Back to you, Bob and Javi.
Thank you so much. Well, his team did get it to 5 points, but it's hard to not be lax when you're just facing so much pressure from a veteran side like Tanduay, as Reed Baklig scything through the defense and getting it off the baseline.
This guy really has a knack for mincing the defense, and we saw that right there once again, getting the better of that advantage against Junrick Baloria.
And that is a wild pass by Baloria.
And you see Coach Cholo Villanueva just really, really not happy with the way his team has been making those miscues at points of this game. I mean, it hasn't been a horrible match that they had so far, as we saw Reed Baklig on that drive to the basket. But we know that Cholo Villanueva expects more from his team, especially against an inexperienced squad like AMA.
That instant replay is brought to you by Smart. Simple, Smart Ako. And Rafa Olivares. More production from him as the lead is now up to 20. 65-45. 7 minutes, 22 seconds ang nalalabi dito sa ating third quarter. Baklig, the whistle has blown. Reminder that Filbasket is presented to you by Pure Gold.
Ralph Olivares with 5 points already to start the second half. Scoreless sa ating first half as Irvin Mendoza able to get that layup to go.
Rudy Linganay, a real veteran. John Ray Villanueva goes baseline, then kicks out. Ralph Olivares sees it rim out. Apinan can't get it to fall, but he does eventually after a second try. 67-47.
You simply cannot just out-jump these Rum Masters. These guys are drizzled veterans and talagang magugulangan kayo ng mga to. AMA has to do a better job of boxing them out. Alina with an opportunity there and scores another basket.
Showing real skill there, Alina. Getting the hang time off the glass against the tough defense. Apinan. Corner three. John Ray Villanueva.
That zone from AMA has really given a lot of opportunities for Tanduay to shoot from the outside. They have not had a good percentage in this game, but it has helped them push this lead and keep AMA at bay.
Baklig. No good from Alina.
That's his first attempt in this third quarter.
Apinan turning on the Jets. Apinan, the left-hander. And the baseline drive is no good from Mark Cruz. Baklig ang magtitimon. And he sends it to Romero. Luke Parcero, medyo tahimik siya ngayong third quarter. Step back, long two, no good, but he will be going to the line. He is fouled. Filbasket is brought to you by Celium Fiber, manufactured by Leone Agriculture Corporation.
A little bit over-aggressive there were the Tanduay Rum Masters on that defensive play against Luke Parcero. That could have been a good stop that they have forced. That was a bad shot para dito kay Luke Parcero.
Now let's hear from our courtside reporter, Nadia Miravales.
Thank you, Bob. Kanina, nabanggit ni Luke na a few weeks ago nakalaro nila ang Tanduay sa isang tune-up game kung saan natambakan din daw sila ng Tanduay. Nasabi ni Luke na ibang-ibang laro ng Tanduay ngayon kumpara nung tune-up game. Back to you, Bob and Javi.
Thank you so much, Nadia. Well, a tune-up game, there's an intensity, but when you're here in the Filbasket Summer Championship, and the games are for real, you're gonna expect contact like that. And Mark Cruz gets the basket and the and one opportunity.
I don't know how many times I'm going to reiterate that during this game, Bob, but offensive rebounding, just really the big strength here para dito sa Tanduay Rum Masters. No resistance on the boards para dito sa AMA Computer Online Education.
Instant replay of the game is brought to you by Smart. Simple. Smart Ako. Halfway through our third quarter is Aries Romero. The floater from De La Rosa is no good. Apinan. He's got good handles for a big guy. Great quick ball movement from Tanduay. 10 to shoot. Does he know it? John Ray Villanueva, no good. Bagong 14 para sa Tanduay. Villanueva, Apinan.
It just not really has been happening for AMA here. I believe they've only had one defensive rebound this whole third quarter, Bob.
And if you look at this lineup, you know, Apinan, Villanueva, these are big guys. And I think they are man for man taller than AMA, and it's showing on those rebounding stats.
Definitely taller in height, and also pati sa length nila, no? Those long arms helping them on the boards against the seemingly smaller AMA online education squad.
Special thanks to Cantigo Scoreboard Multi-Sport Scoring Solutions for their support in this Filbasket Summer Championship 2022. Apinan cannot convert. And here is Luke Parcero. Gonna take it all and matters into his own hands, and that is highlight reel stuff from Luke Parcero.
Luke Parcero really having that conscious effort to go inside that paint and score, and that exactly what he did on that play. Dexter Apinan, after missing baskets a while ago, able to finish inside with his strong hand.
Parcero again. Long two. Count it! Not a long two, that's a three. And the lead is back down to 20.
17 points now in the ball game for Luke Parcero. Scorers will definitely score, and no matter how much they miss,
di nawawala yung kumpiyansa. And more offensive rebounds here for Tanduay. And is that gonna count? I think it will.
You know, AMA is lucky to have the score the way as it is right now, because this lead could have been much, much bigger with the way Tanduay is performing on the board. You see here another offensive rebound and an end one opportunity for Ralph Olivares. 22 points ang kalamangan right now ng Tanduay, but this could have been as big as 30 or 40, Bob.
There is Romero checking out of the game, and Ralph Olivares will complete the end one. Our prize money sponsor is eMedisure Pharmacy. Thank you for your support for Filbasket. Parcero, the turnaround jumper, nothing but net.
Parcero feeling it already. 2 straight baskets after those 2 made free throws, but he got away with a backcourt violation there. Di nakita ng referee natin na tumapak sa ating backcourt line. But John Ray Villanueva looks to scorch once more from the outside. 3-pointer from the left corner.
AMA, you know, every time they nibble a bit back of that lead, it's Tanduay answering. And trading baskets is not going to do it here for AMA. Parcero. De La Rosa, no good. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Apinan. Villanueva. Surprise, surprise. Another offensive rebound and a putback from Cedrick Ablaza.
Well, definitely a much better showing for the red shirts in this quarter compared to the first half. They have responded at every opportunity of a run that AMA has tried to have. Another miss there by Alina. He has not shot well from distance in this period.
Yong Katekista is in the game, one of the veterans for AMA. Hindi lahat ng player dito estudyante. Meron din silang mga player na dati naglalaro sa kanila. They're still part of the club, one imagines. Yambao. And here's Yong Katekista. De La Rosa. And last touch, AMA. 26-point lead, a minute to go. Medyo nauubusan na ng oras itong AMA kung may balak pa silang mapanununan ng larong ito.
That's right. Really, the effort not equal on the offensive and defensive sides. Talking about AMA, they're not able to finish their defensive possessions with rebounds. Pero sa opensa, mukhang nakakabutas pa sila ng konti. But definitely Tanduay keeping them at bay.
Wilson is the official game ball of the Filbasket Summer Championship 2022. Luke Parcero. Nothing there. Katekista is blocked.
The offense for AMA becoming very predictable here.
Ablaza lays it off. And Ralph Olivares gets the basket and will go to the line. And Tanduay are starting to really pull away for good, you have to think, in this game.
That's right. Great extra pass there by Cedrick Ablaza. Unselfish play there as Ralph Olivares converts on another end one opportunity. You saw on that previous defensive possession by Tanduay na talagang inaantay na lang nila si Luke Parcero to make his move, and the defense is clamping down on him. And when he makes that pass, konting oras na lang ang natitira for his other teammates to try and get a basket.
Here is De La Rosa. Shot clock is off. Just 6 seconds, 3 seconds. And they get the shot off. De La Rosa knocking it down on the buzzer. That'll be welcome for AMA Online Education. But the fact remains they are down 88-59 with 10 minutes to go in this game. And the move of the game is presented to you by Pure Gold. Here it is. To finish off the third quarter. That man, J.R. De La Rosa. Fourth quarter coming up after this.
Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
Mike, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the bench loves it. Oh my God!
And on three. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back. There's Cedrick Ablaza. Huge performance the other day. A solid performance today, but he's had plenty of help as his Tanduay Rum Masters are going to try and put the finishing touches here. Pero may maibubuga pa kaya itong AMA Online Education. They are down to 29 points.
Look at the quarter scoring. 30 big points by the Tanduay Rum Masters in that third period to be able to pull away by 29 points at the start of our fourth quarter. Titingnan natin if AMA still has some fight left in them. But if they will have to climb back from this lead, they will have to do it right here, right now.
Luke Parcero, there's not a lot of time on that shot clock. And we've got players who are losing their cool right now. King Importante taking exception.
And Bob, that's not really a very important play if you're King Importante. It's not a good time to lose your cool, especially at this point of the game where you're up by 29 points.
Action is right around there. It's between J.R. De La Rosa. And the foot of De La Rosa was kind of leaning on the shoulder of Importante. And I think there's really nothing to it. At medyo na inisi Importante at medyo pumorma. And you've got a big smile on your face, Javi.
Yeah, I mean, you saw there, itong si De La Rosa, he pulled itong si King Importante to the ground, and when he was on the ground, his legs were still on the hips nito ni King Importante, and I think that's when Mr. Importante took offense, kaya niya binalikan itong si De La Rosa.
It'll probably be a second, probably be an unsportsmanlike on Importante though. Former Adamson Falcon and another player from Makati Super Crunch once upon a time.
So a lot of players here from Tanduay, former wards nito ni Coach Cholo Villanueva sa Makati. Well, they only had 2 weeks to prepare, Bob, and that's why it was important for him to be able to, as we look on your screens, Commissioner Jai Reyes.
He's been preparing for this tournament a lot longer than 2 weeks, I can tell you that.
Definitely.
And, maraming sleepless nights yan. And what's going on here, there's some chirping going on as we look at the play once again.
Yeah, De La Rosa. Well,
that was it.
Yeah, yung sipa.
And Mark Herrera is on the hard court now, and he's having words with the referee. There was an altercation afterwards.
Yeah, because AMA was already on their side of the court, and ito naman Tanduay should have been on their side of the court on the left end. Pero King Importante still approached itong si De La Rosa, Coach Mark Herrera, right now having words with our officials.
And I think Mark Herrera is going to get tossed.
Oh, he definitely will be. At di maganda nangyayari dito. Technical foul once again called by our referee, so we will have to wait for the official word from our venue announcer Ken Pangilinan on what decision will be. But definitely there will be people who will be tossed from this game. And it's really sad that it has to happen at this point of the match. Fourth quarter, Tanduay up by 29 points. Really no reason for anything like this to escalate.
You know, it happened in front of us, but it happened so quickly, hindi ko na makita kung anong naging sanhi ng ng konting kaguluhang ito eh.
But yun nga, they were staying on their sides of the floor. Ayan, si King Importante approached De La Rosa. Still couldn't get over that previous play that happened. And I think that's where Coach Mark Herrera took offense.
And it's funny because De La Rosa was given a technical there. It might have been something he said, I don't know. I think Importante should get thrown out of this game, to be honest, because he had no business being there.
That's right, because both teams had to be on their respective front courts. And King Importante, you're right, Bob, he had no business being there.
And yan ata ang ikinagalit ni Mark Herrera. Bakit?
Technical foul on Tanduay Rum Masters number 27, King Importante, and AMA Online Education number 12, JR De La Rosa. Technical foul on head coach of AMA Online Education, Mark Herrera. Technical foul on AMA Online Education, Mark Herrera. JR De La Rosa out of the playing court.
Okay, so
Mark Herrera out of the playing court.
So Herrera and De La Rosa must retreat to the bowels of the stadium. And it's funny because it's Importante who received the technical. That's it. And now Herrera is back onto the court.
And Bob, if you ask me, Importante should also be tossed from this game because De La Rosa wasn't really doing much dun sa second altercation. Maybe it was just something he said. But Importante definitely should be thrown out of this match because he should have stayed on their side of the court and not anymore approaching itong kaaway niya on that previous play na si De La Rosa.
So Herrera is reluctantly leaving and De La Rosa is probably following him very soon.
I don't understand why there isn't any ejection from the Tanduay side. Because King Importante, definitely the conduct that he exhibited on that play, on that opportunity, shouldn't be tolerated at all.
So medyo nakaswerte dyan si King Importante. He stays in the court and I think we're going to have a bunch of technicals here on both sides.
And this is something that definitely our technical head and Commissioner Jai Reyes will have to look on. Because kitang-kita naman, Bob, that De La Rosa was just staying put where he should be. Itong si Importante shouldn't have been there in the first place. And ball don't lie, he misses that technical free throw.
But he must have goaded De La Rosa into saying something.
That is for sure.
Yeah.
So, it should have been na pareho sila ang ejected.
Wow, ball really not lying. Both of them missed.
Alam mo naman na saying natin sa basketball,
Yes.
ball don't lie talaga.
So Reed Baclig is going to have a little bit more burn here in the fourth quarter with De La Rosa no longer being able to participate in this game. And Ablaza continues his work. 90-59 is the score. We're back to playing basketball here at the San Jose Del Monte City Sports Complex.
Yeah, you're right, Bob. That's just the start of the fourth quarter. Already a lot of action happening. Irvin Mendoza knocking down a jumper from the right elbow. It's a 29-point lead. Really a tough mountain to climb here for the White Shirts, especially with their head coach being thrown out of the match. But a turnover here forced by AMA. Let's see if they can take inspiration from what had just transpired.
But you gotta love how Tanduay plays basketball, how they move the ball around so quickly.
And that is just a testament to how veteran of a squad this team is. Don Ochea getting a good bounce pass from King Importante. Another fast break make there for the Rum Masters. That really should be the way they play basketball.
And Villamor knocking down that floater. 92-63.
As second basket for Villamor in this game.
Wild miss. Just want to remind everyone that Filbasket is presented to you by Pure Gold. And there's a long two there from MJ De La Virgen. 94-63.
De La Virgen, a gunner from the NCAA ranks coming from Jose Rizal University. A lot of JRU players actually from the Tanduay Rum Masters squad. Dexter Apinan, JC Asuncion.
Baclig, and it's a 24-second violation. And Tanduay are gonna make full use of that and get an uncontested basket on the other end. 96-63. That's just inexperience there to have nobody in among those players with any awareness whatsoever of the shot clock.
And the Rum Masters definitely running away with things here. But contact not being called on that previous offensive by Luke Parcero. Our referees letting it go.
Wilson is the official game ball of the Filbasket Summer Championship 2022. Ablaza, it's easy. They're running away with it. 37-point lead now as Tanduay has brought up the century mark.
Just no resistance whatsoever inside in that painted area para dito sa AMA. And Cedrick Ablaza already with 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists.
Villamor making the most of this opportunity. One of our sponsors, Manila Kingpin, will open their first branch in Cebu. Manila Kingpin Cebu. Congratulations to them as Ablaza is having a field day in the paint.
And I'm sure his family is very happy to be watching him perform at his finest.
This instant replay of the game is brought to you by Smart. Simple. Smart ako.
Well, he said in the post-game interview nung kanilang game against the Nueva Ecija Capitals that he really is playing because of the inspiration that he gets from his family, who previously nga was in New York but now is here in the Philippines to watch him play in this tournament.
Just want to remind everybody that the third game of our triple header coming up right after this. It's a good one. The All-Star Bacolod Ballers Bingo Plus against the San Juan Knights.
That's right. San Juan looking to be ahead of the field. They are now 2-0 in this tournament. Meanwhile, ang All-Star Bacolod Ballers looking to bounce back after their loss to the Nueva Ecija Capitals noong Monday.
You know, you were mentioning earlier na the ejection of De La Rosa and Coach Mark would light a fire under this as Katekista gets a basket. But parang the opposite has happened. Parang lalong ginanahan itong Tanduay at parang nawalan na rin ng loob itong Ama. Because
That's right.
it's now a 38-point lead.
The morale has just went down here for the white shirts. Talagang nawalan ng gana. Because they feel talaga that nakuhanan sila ng something during that play nung start ng ating fourth.
Special thanks to Cantigo Scoreboard Multi-Sport Scoring Solution. You can't have a basketball competition without a proper scoreboard. And the scoreboard is ticking over ever so slightly here for Irvin Mendoza and AMA. Lead is cut down to 36.
Irvin Mendoza not really having great game here as compared to what he had against San Juan, as JC Asuncion knocks down another jumper. He had 16 points, talking about Irvin Mendoza against the San Juan Knights. Only 9 points to show here. And we are winding down the halfway mark of our final period.
13 to shoot. Filbasket is brought to you by Celium Fiber, manufactured by Leone Agriculture Corporation.
And Don Ochea, also from the Adamson Soaring Falcons basketball program, drawing a foul in transition. He will now troop to the line for 2 shots.
I want to say bata ito ni Leo Austria, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. And Cebuano nga ito. From, I believe, the Sacred Heart School in Cebu.
Yeah, at the Ateneo de Cebu, basically, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
And there's a huge miscommunication there as Asuncion is gifted possession and nothing's going right now for AMA.
They really are just going through the motions here, and I'm sure they wish this game was already over. Don Ochea doing it from inside and outside.
AMA Online Education down by 41 points. And Tanduay are sitting pretty. We will be back with more basketball action after this. Welcome back to the San Jose Del Monte City Sports Complex. Bob Guerrero on the call with Javi Palanya. We are wrapping things up here in our second match of our triple header.
And Coach Cholo Villanueva telling his boys to have that full court pressure despite the humongous lead that they have had. And Luke Parcero.
The bank's open today for Luke Parcero.
At 6:32 in the evening, Luke Parcero now with 22 points to top score for the White Shirts. But definitely a lot to talk about after this game, talking about the online educators.
Darwin Lenore. And off the glass, the instant replay of the game brought to you by Smart. Simple. Smart ako.
That's good defense, but that is just better offense by Luke Parcero with the help of the bank, of course, at 6:32 in the evening. Darwin Lenore looking for his first points sa ating charity stripe.
Those are the shots you try when you're down by 41 points in 3 minutes to go, I guess.
Garbage time, ika nga.
Senisa picks up that pass and gets hammered. I want to know where Senisa's from because that's a Cebuano name.
Really?
Yes.
Because a lot of these AMA online education players, really a bunch of unknown guys, except for this guy, Luke Parcero, who previously played for St. Francis of Assisi College and is a really unknown gunner.
Our prize money sponsor is brought to you by eMedisure Pharmacy. Thank you for your support. $112.75, Nikon Alina. And Senisa will miss. And there's a bit of a press there from Catequista. Darwin Lenore picking up some production. Senisa's got the Stockton shorts, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
I just realized that. A lot of these AMA guys do.
Actually, during this time, Bob, a lot of the basketball players sa ating bansa have gone through the short shorts once again, reviving the Stockton era short length.
I guess there has to be some kind of a performance advantage to it. Last 2 minutes is brought to you by Smart. Simple. Smart ako.
Contact there being drawn by Don Ochea on Luke Parcero. And that brings Luke Parcero back to their bench with 5 fouls.
Cap and gown time for Luke Parcero, but he's had a good outing, 19 points. Babalik yung confidence na nawala sa kanya nung naka 10 points lang siya yung last game.
Definitely much more improved game in terms of scoring para dito kay Luke Parcero. But as a team, AMA has to do a better job of being poised when they are pressured, especially when they are down. Of course, they are a very young squad. And alam naman natin na ang primary objective nila dito sa ating Filbasket Summer Championship is not really to win games, but to get those exposure and experience against these veteran teams.
That is so true. They know that they need, you know, as they say, iron sharpens iron. And AMA getting a big dose of the whetstone today. Yambao! AMA have played their role in this contest.
AMA has not been lucky from rainbow distance dito sa ating second half after scorching with 7 sa ating first half.
Nice finish there from John Ambuludto, and there's almost a net. This will be a backing. And that's how it is when we're at this level of Filbasket. Wala talagang garbage time.
Oh yeah,
Even in a time like this, you press, you harry, you try and get a possession, force a turnover. Lenore off the glass, and he's gonna go to the line.
Of course, this is a great opportunity for Coach Cholo Villanueva to be able to give floor burn to his bench players like Darwin Lenore and give them confidence going into their game against the All-Star Bacolod Ballers, as we see there on that replay.
Move of the game presented to you by Pure Gold. Darwin Lenore gets the and one.
And we have to check with our statisticians, but this might be the highest points scored in a game by a team dito sa ating Filbasket Summer Championship. We'll double check that later, but this will definitely be one of the highest.
Last 60 seconds. Joshua Gonzalez. And they lose the handle. And here's Senisa motoring to the hole. And that's a great piece of hard work there by Joshua Villamor. Tanduay figuring they might as well run a play as Asuncion is fouled.
JC Asuncion, 5 points in this game, looking to add to that total.
Another one of the JRU guys, also played for Perpetual Help. And Alta. Experienced NCAA basketball. And there's a 6-second differential in shot and game clock. Senisa lets fly. And let's see if Tanduay even attempts a shot here.
I'm sure they're just going to dribble this out in respect for this AMA team.
And the handshakes are out. Now hang on a minute, the ball's come out and they're just going to let the clock run out. 122-80 is the final score. It was eventful. And in the end, it's the Tanduay Rum Masters, as expected, coming out on top over AMA Online Education. 122-80. AMA played hard, but just too much class from Tanduay.
That's right. AMA was able to make a game out of it in the first half, even coming to within 5 at one point of the game. But you're right, Bob, class is the right term, and poise being exhibited by the Rum Masters throughout this ball game. And that huge third quarter where they scored 30 points was a big reason why they snapped their match on this game and was able to pull out this huge victory going into their game against the All-Star Bacolod Ballers, going up 2-0 sa ating Filbasket Summer Championship.
42-point victory for Tanduay. They improved to 2-0. Now we'll turn you over to Nadia Mirabales.
Thank you, Bob. Cedric, this is your second time na best player of the game ka. Ano bang ginagawa mo? Bakit ang effective mo sa mga laro?
So, ano lang, sa sistema lang din ni Coach Cholo, pinapabayaan niya kami nahayaan niya yung kumpiyansa namin na bigay sa laro, mabigay yung best namin. Basta gawin lang namin yung defense bago kami mag-opensa.
May laro na naman kayo sa Friday, Cedric. Anong plano?
So yun, practice ulit bukas, tapos prepare. Siyempre, malakas din yung kalaban. So, yun.
Message to your fans?
Sa buong Tanduay, tuloy-tuloy nyo lang pag-support. Sa Tanduay Management, binabati ko mga coaches, mga teammate ko. Ang asawa ko, si Nacy, at yung anak ko, nandyan sila. Sila mama, sila mame, sila Aljon, sila Kuya Brian, sila ate Mitch, si Jane. Pinsan ko si Meridel. Happy birthday sa pamangkin ni John Ray, si Twinkle, Palparan, Choco Bambam, JBBI family, tapos, ano ba ba? Ayun lang.
Thank you very much, Cedric. Again, congratulations. Back to you, Bob and Javi.
Thank you so much, Nadia Mirabales. So close to a triple-double there. And the best player of the game is presented to you, of course, as always, by Pure Gold. And Cedrick Ablaza, consistency is the name of his game.
That's right, 23 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. Good all-around performance by the player of the game, Cedrick Ablaza.
Coming up next, All-Star Bacolod Ballers Bingo Plus against San Juan Knights. On behalf of Javi Palanya, Nadia Mirabales, and the whole crew here at Filbasket, I'm Bob Guerrero. Bye from us, but more Filbasket coming your way in a few moments.